All right. How's it going, everybody? Brando here with Momentum Canada. Hope you're having a good night. I am back at her with another Bible study. We're into the book of Daniel. But just give me a moment here. I realized my TikTok didn't fire up properly. Uh, there we go. That should be good. Awesome. We're live on TikTok as well. If you want to join me over there, Momentum Canada, you'll find my username is Brando. I do a lot of skit videos where I basically, what I like to say, I talk to myself. I do two different characters representing two different points of view, and then I do my best to accurately represent, uh, both sides of the argument when it comes to God, Christianity, or the Bible. Whether it's a skeptic or whether it's just a new Christian asking new questions, I try to make them as kind of real life questions as possible. So that's what I do over on TikTok. But I've been for the past couple of months, we've been firing away through the New Testament, just reading all the way through, and kind of creating an atmosphere for fellowship, for questions and objections. I invite atheists here. If you're an atheist, you're welcome. I'm not looking to bat anybody over the head. I'm not into the obnoxious debates that go on all the too often, especially on TikTok. But if somebody's just genuinely curious or something they're struggling with in understanding in the Bible or whatever. I don't know everything. I always tell people that I don't know everything, but I've read the Bible for quite some time and I've been a Christian for quite some time. So I'd love to help you out. I'd love to at least try. So what's up, Marv? Good to see you. Hi, Brando. I didn't know you were online until I noticed now. Hopefully everyone gets a notification. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, we're just getting fired up. Marv, if you want to be a moderator, I sent you a message. YouTube is just asking me. Okay, so now I know because I couldn't remember what you were called on YouTube. I didn't know if it was the same thing as you were called on TikTok. So let me see if I can add you. I'll do that real quick. So let me see what happens when I type in Marv. All right, I don't see you. Is there something? Actually, maybe I have to go to your channel. What's your channel name, Marv? Throw that in the chat, and then I'll try to search you because I think I have to throw in your the end of your URL to add you as a moderator. Super Strange Lizard says, howdy, it's Val. Hey, Val, my Texan / Mexican. I'm going to call you Mezgin. My Mezgin friend. Right on. Yeah, we're going to get into the book of Daniel here soon, but I just want to make sure I have some moderators that I want to make sure are set up. And it looks like they're going to be late to the show. That's okay, and I can do it at a different time. But yeah, whenever you can, Marv, just let me know what your actual, like, how do I find you on YouTube? If I wanted to find you, what would I type into the search engine? That's all I need to know. And then I can add you as a moderator. Sound good? In the meantime, I'm going to share my screen. I'm using the ESV tonight. This is my Logos program or software. And yeah, so we just finished the book of Revelation last night, which means we finished off the New Testament. We started a couple months ago, just doing a couple chapters at a time, just, chipping away. And I'm trying to set the example of just reading it. Just read the Bible. A lot of people come with, again, objections, questions, and complaints. But then I ask, how often do you read it, and have you ever read it through? And they go, oh no. So my encouragement is just to encourage people to just read piece by piece. You don't have to do these enormous studies every single day. I mean, it's good to get into deep Bible study, but and I honestly think you'll have the desire to want to once you just start reading the simple stuff. Okay, Marv says at M Bar. Let me do a little search here. Okay. And I can't remember the rest. 5307. Let's see if that works. Put the @ symbol at the front. No match. Let's see. Let me see if I can search you. See what happens when I do this. No, it won't let me search you. Interesting. Interesting. I thought it was a matter of just inputting people's emails. I wonder what would happen if I did that, because I know you sent that to me. Okay, I got a message from Charlotte, Mrs. CJ Hurst. Let me try her, see if it works for her. So MRS CJ Hurst. Wait. Spelled it wrong. There we go. Found Charlotte. All right, she's added. Marv, you might have to go to your home, like your home page, and read what's at the end of your UR. Like it'll be like a / and then like a username. Let me know what that is, and maybe that will do it. All right, so Cody is Cody Kai 3626. Okay, let me try you. I hope that works too. Super Strange Lizard says, glad I caught you when you first started. I only come in the middle, so I just kind of leave so I don't get confused. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we're just getting started. So Cody Kai, let me try that out. Cody Kai, there he is. I didn't even have to put in the rest. There's Cody Kai. Marv, I'm just having trouble finding you, Marv. And then I'll have to wait for legit. And then I think that would be it. So we'll catch her later, but I'm gonna still try to figure you out here, Marv, let's try Marv again. There's just so many people named Marv, so it's like, actually no, there's not. Just a limited amount, but I don't see you there. Interesting. Yeah, maybe if you try that, Marv, just go to your own homepage and tell me what it says at the end of your URL at the top in the where you paste links in the search bar. All right, well, we'll get going here. We're into Daniel chapter 1. For those of you on TikTok, you can join us over on YouTube. If you go to my bio here on TikTok, I have my beacon tree link with all my social medias. You'll find my YouTube. And it's just so much easier dealing with one chat stream. So that's what we've been doing. Yeah, and I'd appreciate it if you guys could like both on YouTube and TikTok. Tap that screen because it helps out the algorithm. And obviously when the chatter's going on in the chat, that's really good. So be as mouthy as you want. Light it up, folks. All right, so let's get into this. Super Strange Lizard says, gonna put you on my TV. Ooh, sounds good. And Cody says he's so unique. All right, let's try this. Just M-bar. Oh, that's what it says, right? M-bar 5307. I'll give that one more shot here. 5307. No, it's not telling me nothing, man. Because I type in a few letters and then a bunch of names drop down, but with yours, nothing. Nada. That's strange. That's weird. Well, we'll figure that out some other time, Marv. But I think we have enough moderators for now. Here, 1 second. Okay. All right. So I'm going to save that. So Cody, you and Charlotte should be good to go. I don't know if I've never done it on the fly like this. So yeah. Yeah, YouTube apparently hates you. What's up, Tara? You're here. Yeah. All right, let's start this, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the book of Daniel, chapter 1, and we're reading from the ESV. Coming off the heels of reading Revelation, I figured, you know what? We're into the mood for Bible prophecy. And it was really cool because when we read it, none of us, including myself, I don't come with any like conclusions of this is what this means or, you guys are wrong or whatever. It's cool to kind of just listen, like you guys listen as I'm reading, and sometimes as I'm reading, things stick out, and you kind of just shout it out in the comments and kind of pick each other's brain. It's kind of fun that way. I think the book of Revelation is that kind of book. It's just so filled with mystery and connections that you have to connect from other books like Daniel. So let's do this. I just want to read the introduction. So we have a little bit of background about Daniel. It says, exiled to Babylon in 605 BC, Daniel was one of several young men chosen to serve in Nebuchadnezzar's court. When Persia conquered Babylon in 539, Daniel was again given a position of power. He remained faithful to God in both of these hostile environments, from the interpretation of dreams to the familiar stories of the fiery furnace, the lion's den, and the handwriting on the wall. To the prophetic visions, the recurrent theme is God's sovereignty over human affairs. In the historical sections, chapters 1 through 6, God supernaturally rescued Daniel and his friends. The rest of the book consists of visions of future judgment and deliverance by the Messiah. Some of Daniel's prophetic themes are echoed in the New Testament, especially in Revelation. All right, right on. Now, I want to see if I can... No, I probably won't be able to. Awesome. It looks like my moderators have been given their little... I don't know about you guys, but it shows a little tool, like a little wrench. So it looks like you guys are set up to be moderators. Awesome. I sent a screenshot of Marv's page like I did. Okay, that's going to be helpful. Thank you. So, yeah, that's what I already typed in. Maybe it's because he doesn't have any content. Do you think that's because it says this channel doesn't have any content? That's interesting. How about, because I see an @1_Marv. Let me try that. I haven't tried that. One moment. @_Marv. Oh. No, nothing. I'll have to do some research on that later. Sorry about that, Marv. All right. Let's keep going here. Yeah, that's what I just tried, Marv, and that didn't work. The @1_Marv. All right. Let me see how I can share this and this and this and that. Sorry, guys, we're a bit slow moving today. We'll get her here, though. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Yeah, because that's what I tried there, Marv. It didn't work. Okay, let's keep reading. That was the introduction, which is helpful to know. Daniel taken to Babylon. Chapter 1, verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, and some of the vessels of the house of God. And he brought them to the land of Shinar, to the house of his God, and placed the vessels in the treasury of his God. Then the king commanded Ashpenaz, his chief eunuch, to bring some of the people of Israel, both of the royal family and of the nobility, youths without blemish, of good appearance and skillful in all wisdom, endowed with knowledge, understanding, learning, and competent to stand in the king's palace, and to teach them literature and language of the Chaldeans. The king assigned them a daily portion of the food that the king ate, and of the wine that he drank. They were to be educated for 3 years, and at the end of that time, they were to stand before the king. Among these were Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah of the tribe of Judah. And the chief of the eunuchs gave them names. Daniel he called Belteshazzar, Hananiah he called Shadrach, Mishael he called Meshach, and Azariah he called Abednego. Belshazzar. Daniel's faithfulness. But Daniel resolved that he would not defile himself with the king's food or with the wine that he drank. Therefore he asked the chief of the eunuchs to allow him not to defile himself. And God gave Daniel favor and compassion in the sight of the chief of the eunuchs. And the chief of the eunuchs said to Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who assigned your food and your drink. For why should he see that you are in worse condition than the youths who are of your own age? So you would endanger my head with the king. Then Daniel said to the steward, whom the chief of the eunuchs had assigned over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, test your servants for 10 days. Let us be given vegetables to eat and water to drink. Then let our appearance and the appearance of the youths who eat the king's food be observed by you, and deal with your servants according to what you see. So he listened to them in this matter and tested them for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, it was seen that they were better in appearance and fatter in flesh than all the youths who ate the king's food. So the steward took away their food and the wine they were to drink and gave them vegetables. As for these 4 youths, God gave them learning and skill in all literature and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. At the end of the time, when the king had commanded that they should be brought in, the chief of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. And the king spoke with them, and among all of them none was found like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore they stood before the king. And in every matter of wisdom and understanding about which the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and enchanters that were in all his kingdom. And Daniel was there until the 1st year of King Cyrus. All right, we're into chapter 2. How you guys doing? Marva's sad. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. They're there. Cody Kai says, I'm blue, Debity, or Debidai. Debity. It's okay, Merv. We are trying. We'll get you there. You want a wrench? Might as well just make everyone that joins a moderator, eh? Awesome. Yeah, guys, at any point, if you're on TikTok, by the way, come on over to YouTube and join the chat. If you have questions, comments, even if they're not related to Daniel, bring them. Bring your questions. This is a place to hang out and do that kind of stuff. Good. Always heard this story, but never read it before. Awesome. That's what we're here to do. We are good. I'm being splashed. Uh-oh. I'd be a mod. I'm pretty good at modding. I can do that. But let's do that after tonight, because I know this is going to be uploaded to YouTube, and I don't want to make people turn the video off because of all my pausing. So let's do that another night. Sound good? Sweet. All right, let's get into chapter 2, Nebuchadnezzars Dream. In the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar had dreams. His spirit was troubled, and his sleep left him. Then the king commanded that the magicians, the enchanters, the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans be summoned to tell the king his dreams. So they came in and stood before the king, and the king said to them, I had a dream, and my spirit is troubled to know the dream. Then the Chaldeans said to the king in Aramaic, O king, live forever. Tell your servant the dream, and it will show the interpretation. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the word from me is firm. If you do not make known to me the dream and its interpretation, you shall be torn limb from limb, and your houses shall be laid in ruins. But if you show the dream and its interpretation, you shall receive from me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore, show me the dream and its interpretation. Whew, talk about pressure. They answered a second time and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show its interpretation. The king answered and said, I know with certainty that you are trying to gain time because you see that the word from me is firm. If you do not make the dream known to me, there is but one sentence for you. You have agreed to speak lying and corrupt words before me till the times change. Therefore, tell me the dream, and I shall know that you can show me its interpretation. The Chaldeans answered the king and said, there is not a man on earth who can meet the king's demand, for no great and powerful king has asked such a thing of any magician or enchanter or Chaldean. The thing that the king asks is difficult, and no one can show it to the king except the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh. Because of this, the king was angry and very furious, and commanded that all the wise men of Babylon be destroyed. So the decree went out, and the wise men were about to be killed, and they sought Daniel and his companions to kill them. Then Daniel replied with prudence and discretion to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, who had gone out to kill the wise men of Babylon. He declared to Arioch, the king's captain, why is the decree of the king so urgent? Then Arioch made the matter known to Daniel, and Daniel went in and requested the king to appoint him a time, that he might show the interpretation to the king. How you guys doing? We're on to verse 17 of Daniel chapter 2. It's about to get real. That's right. They don't know the God that Daniel knows. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. All right, folks. Again, if you're on TikTok, come on over to Momentum Canada. Link is in the bio. Come hang out in the chat. We're reading Daniel chapter 2, and we're on to verse 17. God reveals Nebuchadnezzars' dream. Then Daniel went to his house and made the matter known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, who are more famously known as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and told them to seek mercy from the God of heaven concerning this mystery, so that Daniel and his companions might not be destroyed with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then the mystery was revealed to Daniel in a vision of the night. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, to whom belong wisdom and might. He changes times and seasons. He removes kings and sets up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with him. To you, O God of my fathers, I give thanks and praise, for you have given me wisdom and might, and have now made known to me what we asked of you, for you have made known to us the king's matter. Therefore Daniel went into Arioch, whom the king had appointed to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus to him, Do not destroy the wise men of Babylon. Bring me in before the king, and I will show the king the interpretation. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus to him, I have found among the exiles from Judah a man who will make known to the king the interpretation. The king declared to Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, Are you able to make known to me the dream that I have seen and its interpretation? Daniel answered the king and said, No wise men, enchanters, magicians, or astrologers can show to the king the mystery that the king has asked. But there is a God in heaven who reveals mysteries, and he has made known to King Nebuchadnezzar what will be in the latter days. Your dream and the visions of your head as you lay in bed are these. To you, O king, as you lay in bed came thoughts of what would be after this. And he who reveals mysteries made known to you what is to be. But as for me, this mystery has been revealed to me, not because of any wisdom that I have, more than all the living, but in order that the interpretation may be made known to the king, and that you may know the thoughts of your mind. Daniel interprets the dream. You saw, O king, and behold a great image. This image, mighty and exceeding brightness, stood before you, and its appearance was frightening. The head of this image was of fine gold, its chest and arms of silver, its middle and thighs of bronze. its legs of iron, its feet partly of iron and partly of clay. As you looked, a stone was cut out of no human hand, and it struck the image on its feet of iron and clay, and broke them in pieces. Then the iron, the clay, the bronze, the silver, and the gold all together were broken in pieces, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, so that not a trace of them could be found. But the stone that struck the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. This was the dream. Now we will tell the king its interpretation. You, O king, the king of kings, to whom the God of heaven has given the kingdom, the power and the might and the glory, and into whose hand he has given, wherever they dwell, the children of man, the beasts of the field and the birds of the heavens, making you rule over them all. You are the head of gold. Another kingdom inferior to you shall arise after you, and yet a third kingdom of bronze, which shall rule over all the earth. And there shall be a fourth kingdom, strong as iron, because iron breaks to pieces and shatters all things. And like iron that crushes, it shall break and crush all these. And as you saw the feet and toes, partly of potter's clay and partly of iron, it shall be a divided kingdom. But some of the firmness of iron shall be in it, just as you saw iron mixed with soft clay. And as the toes of the feet were partly iron and partly clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly brittle. As you saw the iron mixed with soft clay, so they will mix with one another in marriage, but they will not hold together, just as iron does not mix with clay. And in the days of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that shall never be destroyed, nor shall the kingdom be left to another people. It shall break in pieces all these kingdoms and bring them to an end, and it shall stand forever, just as you saw that a stone was cut from a mountain by no human hand, and that it broke in pieces the iron, the bronze, the clay, the silver, and the gold. A great God has made known to the king that shall be after this. The dream is certain, and its interpretation sure. Nice. All right. Let's take a little pause here. How you guys doing? You guys hanging in there? What's up, Natalie? He who reveals mysteries. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's so fascinating how God's giving, he used this very corrupt and evil king to give a vision to, so that he could glorify himself through Daniel. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. And it's very reminiscent of Joseph, right? And his ability to interpret dreams and how he interpreted the Pharaoh's dreams. So I wonder if there's a connection there that I haven't really looked into before. Probably, because that whole deal with Joseph is like kind of like foreshadowing Christ being betrayed and ultimately not sold, but well, I guess he was sold because Judas sold him out, and I'm pretty sure for the same amount. I think I'm right on that. But anyway, yeah, interesting stuff. By the way, guys, I'm only going to be sticking around till about 10. So I'm going to finish this chapter and read one more, and then we'll spend the rest of the time hanging out and chatting, because I am behind on getting back to people. There's even a few of you that you've sent me stuff, and I want to make sure I reply to you. And then I got to do some work as well before I go to bed. So I got to kick myself in the butt that way. Sometimes I am not very disciplined. All right, let's keep going. Oh, Natalie's, one second. Cody says, oh, God ain't done with him yet. Oh, heck no. Yo, Brando, when I set my iPad down and was just listening, I never realized just how much you are a narrator. Well, that's good. That's a good compliment. Yeah, I was just thinking that as I was reading, because I do voiceover full time, this is good practice. So reading the Bible is really great practice for me. It seems like you go live every time you left me hanging there, Tara. You can keep me for last. What's that mean? Keep you for last? Got that buttery smooth Morgan Freeman voice. Should I continue the reading like this, folks? I don't know. Anyway, it'll SF. What's that all about? Sounds like somebody fell on your keyboard and you hit enter. Yeah. All right. Let's keep a going. Daniel is promoted. All right. Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and paid homage to Daniel and commanded that an offering and incense be offered up to him. The king answered and said to Daniel, "Truly your God is God of all gods and Lord of kings and a revealer of mysteries, for you have been able to reveal this mystery." Then the king gave Daniel high honors and many great gifts and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and chief prefect over all the wise men of Babylon. Daniel made a request of the king, and he appointed Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon. But Daniel remained at the king's court. All right, we'll finish off chapter 3 here, and then we'll hang out. Nebuchadnezzar's golden image. King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold whose height was 60 cubits and its breadth 6 cubits. So hold on. Let's go back to what Daniel was telling him what the gold represented. Because he said, let's go here. The children of man, the beasts of the field, the birds, you are the head of gold. So did Nebuchadnezzar think that building this big statue was him? Like, I'm stepping into this. I'm doing my part. I am the head of gold. He probably took the interpretation of the dream a little too literally, and I don't know. I know. You just seemed like somebody who didn't grasp it. Daniel is promoted. Where did I just leave off there? I already read that. Yeah, this is where we were. Chapter 3. All right. King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold whose height was 60 cubits and its breadth 6 cubits. He set it up on the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. The king of Nebuchadnezzar sent to gather the satraps, I don't know how to say that, the prefects and the governors, the counselors, the treasurers, the justices, the magistrates, and all the officials of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then the satraps, the prefects, and the governors, the counselors, the treasurers, the justices, the magistrates, and all the officials of the provinces gathered for the dedication of the image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. And the herald proclaimed aloud, "You are commanded, O peoples, nations, and languages, that when you hear the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe," whoa, bagpipe. Bagpipes were in the Bible? I didn't know that. "And every kind of music, you are to fall down and worship the golden image that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. And whoever does not fall down and worship shall immediately be cast into a burning fiery furnace. Therefore, as soon as all the peoples heard the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music, all the peoples, nations, and languages fell down and worshipped the golden image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up." And this is my favorite story as a kid, the fiery furnace. How you guys doing? Brando Freeman. Yeah. Tara says, seems like you go live every time I'm at work. Oh, seems like you work too much, apparently. Just kidding. Work's good. Pays the bills. Oh my gosh, you're so good at that, Morgan Freeman. Well, thanks, but I don't agree. There's people that do it way better than me that are making money doing it. Kidding, but about getting back to folks. Okay. I read those. Nathan's laughing. He's laughing at something. What are you laughing at, Nathan? What are you giggling at? I listened to him talk about the life cycle of penguins for 3 hours. That was a long movie. March of the Penguins. Did you guys see that? That was incredibly sad. Like, why take you through an entire movie just to find out, like, I forget what happens, but it was sad at the end. Like, it was all for nothing. Like, the penguin, like, waddled for miles and miles, and then at the very end, oh, by the way, you did that for nothing, Mr. Penguin. Brando, you're so mean. Me and Marv wanted to mod, and we even gave you your email. Well, legit, you showed up late. I've been trying to get you guys hooked up. I tried searching you. Actually, now that you're here, I just couldn't remember the number at the end of your name. So here, let me do a quick search. I can't find Marv. He's just not. He's not here. Let me do a quick search here for legit. Legit. Do. I need like elevator music right now. Where'd it go? There we go. That doesn't work. I typed in your username and that doesn't work. No, email won't work legit. I thought it was going to be email based on what I remember, but it's not working. Legit, can you tell me what I'm just trying to think. Because I had Marv go to his page and give me the name at the end of his URL, but it still didn't seem to work. I don't know. Ugh. Tara says, I forgot to put my glasses on at times while I type. Nobody can see. See what? See what? I have bagpipes. Yeah, my dad plays, and actually, that's how my parents met. They were in a pipe band. Pretty cool. We need a telescope to see it. That's as large as it goes. This is logos. Actually, one sec. Maybe I can switch this up on live. What do you call it? StreamYard. Is this gooder? That's probably way gooder, eh? Then I can just scoot myself over there a bit. Actually, I'll do this. How's that? Oh, that's way gooder, right? Good. You? I'm good. My ancestors' instruments. Break out the bagpipes. Yeah, me and my dad jam sometimes. I rock out on the guitar, and it's fun. I really hurt your feelings. You have feelings? Man, what's that like? Morgan Freeman voice. Yeah. Wow, there's so many comments. I didn't realize all these were here. What if I sent Marv's YouTube link in the comments? Would that help? It could, but it won't even let me copy things. Like I have to type it out. Like I wish I could explain it. Actually, maybe I could show you guys so that you know what I'm talking about. Let me do this for a second here, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. So you guys can see my entire back end here. So mirrored image, here's all the comments. So if you send something, I'm going to try to highlight it. It just won't let me. I'm clicking. It just highlights. So if you send something, I have to physically type it out. Kind of annoying, if you know what I mean. Oops. Boink. Boink. Back to reality. Yo, there goes gravity. Yo, you can't have. Anyways. All right. You like flamingos? Well, that's fantastic. Wow. I love how they met. Yeah, it's really cool. I have it on my TV so I can see it all clearly without my readers. Yeah, there we go. Guys, put it on your TV like Val did. Can you make the screen black and words white? I don't know how to do that. You're the princess of complaining. Same. I'm pretty princess gay. Gooder is not a word. It is so a word. Starting right now. I'll send it on TikTok message. Maybe you can. Yeah, that's a good idea. But bear in mind that I'm leaving at 10 o'clock, just so y'all know. And I'm going to finish this chapter 3, then we'll hang out. Until then. All right, Cody sent me YouTube link. Maybe that will work. That didn't work. Nope, that didn't work. Huh. I wonder, legit, have you ever posted anything on your YouTube channel? And Cody and Charlotte, have you guys done that? You guys and gals? Is that like one of the differences? Because I noticed Marv hadn't. Hold on. Hold on to what you got. It doesn't make a difference if you make it or not. That's such a weird. I don't know why that link showed up. Yeah, I don't understand it, folks. I don't get it. Maybe if I click on his image. More about this channel. Share channel. Report user. Should I do that? I'm just kidding. He's been pretty naughty, though. Maybe I have to subscribe to him. Let's try that. I'll subscribe. But I'm not subscribed to any of you other guys. I don't think I am. Oh, well, we'll have to figure this out. Like I said, another time, another place. All right, let's dig back into the Bible study here. We'll give it a shot, says Cody. Whoa. Yeah, 10 p.m. We got to rock this. You do voiceovers. You knew how to invert. What does that mean? No, I never use black screens ever. I just fry my eyeballs all day long. Yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just so you know. Yeah. Game streamers, yeah. JK, but no, I haven't. Cody has cute laughing baby. We got each other, and that's a lot for us. Yep. Amen. Yeah, he didn't sub me. No, it can't be it. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Settings, into community tab. Because I've added them. I know how to do it. Just for some reason, you're not coming up. So email will work. Is that what you're saying? Can you legit send me your email via TikTok and I'll copy and paste it so I don't have to like memorize it. I am so bad at memorizing a thing, guys. You cannot ask me to do that. That is so mean. All right. How do I reply to people's comments on YouTube? I think you just put the @ symbol and type their name in. That's my understanding. Like here, I'll do it @ Cody. I'm making a liar out of me. Cody Kai, maybe? Does that work? All right. All right. Legit, you tell me when you sent me your email via Tik Tok. And then we'll keep going here. Yeah, we can add you. We'll probably just do it a later time so we can keep going here. Oh, you did? Okay. I don't see it. Maybe I got to refresh the page. Oh, there it is. Yep, I had to refresh. Well, that is, if that's all it took. No, that's not working. Let me try the other box. Nope, that's not working. Paste the channel URL of a user to add as a managing moderator. So I guess that's what I need. But Cody already sent me Marv's. Let me try Marv's again. But it didn't work. This is what I know what I'm going to try. And I think this will work for Marv. Get ready, Marv. This can work. Yes, it worked for Marv. Marv, you're in. Marv, you're in. Legit, get me your URL. That's what worked. And I just had to get rid of all the gobbledygook at the end of it, and it seemed to work. See, guys? We work as a team. We go down as a team. But hold on. To what you got, it doesn't make a difference if you make it or not. Okay, never mind. All right. Now we're gonna take legit. Get ready. This is gonna be it. I hope. There you are. Bam. There, y'all should have. Oh, not y'all, but my regular mods should be good. Should be good. Yeah, Tara and who was it else? Who else asked? Val, if you guys want, I can do that next time. But let's get right back into the read because we're wasting time. It's almost 10 o'clock. The fiery furnace. Therefore, at the time certain Chaldeans came forward and maliciously accused the Jews, they declared to King Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. You, O king, have made a decree that every man who hears the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music shall fall down and worship the golden image, and whoever does not fall down and worship shall be cast into a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom you have appointed over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, pay no attention to you. They do not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up. Then King Nebuchadnezzar, in furious rage, commanded that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be brought. So they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar answered and said to them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that you do not serve my gods or worship the golden image that I have set up? Now, if you are ready when you hear the sound of the horn, pipe, lyre, trigon, harp, bagpipe, and every kind of music, to fall down and worship the image that I have made, well and good. But if you do not worship, you shall immediately be cast into a burning, fiery furnace. And who is the God who will deliver you out of my hands? Did he not learn his lesson about his dream? Golly. Seriously, though, right? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If this be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar was filled with fury, and the expression of his face was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times more than it was usually heated. How did they check temperatures back then, I wonder? How would they know it would be 7, just like 7 times more of coal or wood? Then, one second. And he ordered some of the mighty men of his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their cloaks, their tunics, their hats, and their other garments, and they were thrown into the burning fiery furnace. Because the king's order was urgent and the furnace overheated, the flame of the fire killed those men who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell, bound into the burning fiery furnace. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished and rose up in haste. He declared to his counselors, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the fire?" They answered and said to the king, "True, O king." He answered and said, "But I see 4 men unbound, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the appearance of the 4th is like a son of the gods." Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the door of the burning fiery furnace. He declared, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out and come here." Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out from the fire, and the satraps, the prefects, the governors, and the king's counselors gathered together and saw that the fire had not had any power over the bodies of those men. The hair of their heads was not singed, their cloaks were not harmed, and no smell of fire had come upon them. Nebuchadnezzar answered and said, "Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and delivered his servants, who entrusted in him, and set aside the king's command, and yielded up their bodies, rather than serve and worship any god except their own God. Therefore I make a decree: any people, nation, or language that speaks anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be torn limb from limb, and their houses laid in ruins, for there is no other God who is able to rescue in this way." Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but still threatening people to be torn limb from limb for speaking anything against the God of Shadrach. Probably not something Jesus would have said, but step in the right direction, Mr. N, Mr. King. But anyways, that's it for tonight, folks, for the reading. We'll hang up for another 13 minutes. See what you guys got going on here. Bam. Let's scroll up here. You did 3 times. Yeah, I just had to refresh. That was what was going on. Cody. Merritt, I need to talk to HR. Yeah, let's do that. Marv is he's the leader of the locker room, so take it up with him. Oh, you didn't hit send. Gotcha. All right, I think that's all taken care of, so we'll skip up here. I want in on moderators. Yeah. Well, let's take questions. If anybody on TikTok, if you have questions pertaining to God, Christianity, or the Bible, or if you want to challenge me, I guess, if you're an atheist, come on over. Give me some objections that you have. Help us help you come to faith in Christ. We would love that. We would absolutely love that. Legit says, okay, awesome. These are old comments. Yeah. And that was as far as it would let me zoom. Legit. That's just because it's on logos. I'll have to figure out how to do the black background. You're right. I should do that for next time. Gandalf. Yes. Oh, sound like your Bible app's voiceover? That's cool. Thanks. These must be really old comments. All right. I have cowlicks at my bangs, and it looks like, oh, I'm not going to say that. I don't think Jesus would be happy with me. Nathan, child of God, says the 4th man must have been Jesus. I think so. Walking around in the fire with him. That'd be kind of a funny thing to see. Just see these guys just like chatting it up, walking around. Why are they walking around? Was it a huge furnace? What's up, Michael Brown? I love your podcast, by the way. TikTok comments are off, if you didn't know. Yeah, I did that on purpose, so I don't, because if they're on and people just feel ignored, I don't want to have them ignored. They can come on over here if they want to have a conversation. So much easier to manage. I challenge you to a voice off. All right, let's do it. Michael Brown says, what does the Bible say when it says people will be saved by just the fire? So you're referring to John the Baptist, right? When he said, you won't be baptized with water, but with fire. Referring to the Holy Spirit, because when it came down on the day of Pentecost, they were speaking in tongues of fire. That's what they reported. And so, yeah, it's talking about the Holy Spirit through the power of the Holy Spirit. John 16:8. That is what the Holy Spirit's responsibility is, to convict us of the sin of unbelief in who Jesus was, because Jesus is the way, the truth, and life. Nobody comes to the Father except by him. So it's through the power of the Holy Spirit. And it's up to us to respond to that knocking of the Holy Spirit. Legit says, you got to hold down control and use mouse wheel to zoom. For what? What's that for? Same with web pages. Hold down control and use mouse wheel to zoom. Yeah, for me, I think it's command. It worked. Like I did it already. Like, and it worked. Command plus for my Apple, my desk. This is my keyboard. And it worked. It just maxed it out. It's as close as I could get. Nathan says, must have been a huge furnace, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Awesome. Well, while I'm here, guys, I don't know if were any of you guys on here when Curtis Oakdale jumped on my live stream. He joined me, and he was the one that was presenting the Shroud of Turin on Luke from VOR on his live stream about a week and a half ago, I think. But anyways, he saw that I was live and he requested to join. I was like, let's bring him on. And he talked to me for a half hour about that and answered some of the questions I had. But he shared with me something really, really cool that I'm going to share with you guys right now. Legit says it zooms make words bigger, Brando. You forgot too fast. Oh, Marv's driving. Don't tell us that. Here, let me see. You said control and then zoom. Oh. No, it's just going. No, it doesn't do nothing. It's just regular scrolling. Maybe command. Yeah, still same thing. Same thing. Oh, well, we're done our reading for tonight. We'll figure it out another time. Oh, yeah. Marv doesn't know. You're a mod now. You're a big boy now. Boom. Canada's weird. No, it's not. Canada's not weird. All right, let me share. What do I want to do first here? I guess I have them open. So let me share the entire screen. So this is what he had me do. He said, I want you to Google two things. And he had me go to PubMed. Well, I typed it into Google and PubMed was the first one that came up. And so this article is about, it's titled Pain. Is it all in the brain or the heart? And so apparently this doctor, here, I'll zoom in for legit. That's really close. So hopefully that's good enough. Dr. Amur in 1991 discovered that the heart has its little brain or intrinsic cardiac nervous system. This heart brain is composed of approximately 40,000 neurons that are alike neurons in the brain. So I forget how many neurons we have in our brain. I think it's like 4 trillion. And they're saying that they've discovered 40,000 neurons on our heart. So we have brain cells on our heart, meaning that the heart has its own nervous system. In addition, the heart communicates with the brain in many methods, neurologically, biochemically, biophysically, and energetically. The vagus nerve, which is 80% afferent, carries information from the heart and other internal organs to the brain. Signals from the heart brain redirect to the medulla, hypothalamus, thalamus, and amygdala. I don't know how to say that. Amygdala and the cerebral cortex. I'm not a rocket appliance, so bear with me. Thus, the heart sends more signals to the brain than vice versa. Hold on. The heart sends more signals to the brain than vice versa, than the brain sends to the heart. Interesting. Research has demonstrated that pain perception is modulated by neural pathways and methods targeting the heart, such as vagus nerve stimulation and heart rhythm, coherent feedback techniques. The heart is not just a pump, it has its neural network, or little brain. The methods targeting the heart module pain regions in the brain. These methods seem to modulate the key changes that occur in the brain regions and are involved in the cognitive and emotional factors of pain. Thus, the heart is probably a key moderator of pain. So, anyways, he had me read that, which is, that's super interesting. And then he had me search up this case from the Journal of New Approaches to Medicine and Health, where, and he's like, go down to case number 3, which that's what I'll do. I'll zoom in here, where we see this in action. So this is, okay, case 3. Murder mystery involving donor is solved by an organ recipient. An 8-year-old girl who received the heart of a murdered 10-year-old girl began having reoccurring vivid nightmares about the murder. Her mother arranged a consultation with a psychiatrist who, after several sessions, concluded that she was witnessing actual physical incidents. They decided to call the police, who used the detailed descriptions of the murder, the time, the weapon, the place, the clothes he wore, what the little girl he killed had said to him, given by the little girl to find and convict the man in question. And there's more detailed reports on it, but apparently the guy confessed when he realized he was just cornered. So that's, oh my goodness, that blew my mind. That absolutely blew my mind. And I don't even know how I'm going to talk to Curtis about this, because he's like, I want to share that with you to kind of like drop in your ear and maybe you do something with it. And I'm going to make a video about it. But there's a theological thing here. There's a spiritual representation here, because I mean, biblically, the battle is always between our minds and our hearts. And there seems to be that interconnectedness. And well, obviously 40,000 neurons is, I think it's like a millionth of what we have in our actual brain. So, or in our head, I should say. So super, super fascinating. No, you're not dumb, legit. You said you're too dumb to keep up. No, you're not. 1 Corinthians 3:15, the fire will test each one's work. Of what sort is the believer's service is the case, burns down like a house, but he escapes with his life, his eternal life, the Bema seat. Right. 1 Corinthians 3:15. Let me bring it up. We got 3 minutes left. 3:15. Actually, I always do that. So there's 15. According to the grace of God given to me, like a skilled master building, I laid a foundation and someone else is building upon it. Let each one take care how he builds upon it, for no one can lay a foundation other than that which is laid, which is Jesus Christ. Right? It wasn't Peter. He's not the foundation of the church. Christ is. Now, if anyone builds on the foundation with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, straw, each one's work will become manifest, for the day will disclose it, because it will be revealed by fire, and the fire will test what sort of work each one has done. If the work that anyone has built on the foundation survives, he will receive a reward. If anyone's work is burned up, he will suffer loss, though he himself will be saved, but only as through the fire. Yeah, so I think this is where Catholics and whoever believes in purgatory, this is what they believe in, that it's a holding place where there's like a refining fire that burns, basically weighs their good works to make sure they're actually going to go to heaven. But what we see here is like, this is refining works we do, because going back to the book of James, we know that a genuine faith produces works. We know that works don't save us, according to Ephesians 2:8 through 10. So what's going on here is the works that we do out of gratitude for the cross, but we're still in our flesh. So we're going to be doing works where our flesh has stepped in and we think we're doing God a favor. And so that's what's going on here. Every work we've done is going to be put through the fire, and it's going to be, what does he say here? Yeah, it'll be revealed by fire. The fire will test what sort of work each one has done. If the work that anyone has built on the foundation survives, he will receive a reward. So we're gonna be getting rewards in heaven for what we have done through gratitude with the right motivation. But if it's done for the wrong motivation, if we're trying to get attention, that's what's going to be burned up. If anyone's work is burned up, he will suffer loss, right? Though he himself will be saved. And it makes it clear right there. So anybody who says they're not going to make it to heaven because they didn't have enough good works, get out of here, right? So yeah, that's what's going on. Canada is too weird. There's no USA up there. Well, guys, it's 10 o'clock. Let me just finish off these comments here. A little mole. Ooh, that thing you posted about. Yeah. 4 trillion neurons in the brain. I'm lucky to have 1 trillion. You probably have like 10 million. Where's my other 3? Who stole them? Did you know that redheads have a higher pain tolerance than other people? Our brains don't pick up on pain right away. I've fractured 20 bones and barely feel it. I have a red beard, but I am such a sissy. I hate pain. Erica, I knew that. Interesting. Was I mocking you? Absolutely not. I don't do that. Yes, ma'am. I used to date gingers. Oh, wow. OLOL. You guys are having a chat. So I'll just skip up here. Your crown going to be empty. Stop that. God does me a favor by allowing me to do his work. I get to be part of his awesome plan. Yeah. And that's the attitude. And that's the motivation. Those who go around only doing good work so that you get rewards. That's not a good motivation. So the motivation needs to be because you're thankful for the cross. Just do it. I mean, for me, going to heaven is a reward enough. That's a big enough reward for me. Being in God's presence, I'll take it. But it's okay because God can just put me in charge of the animals. There you go. There you go. Good deeds is the evidence of faith. Amen. Amen. It's the evidence. I love that. I always use the word fruit, but I like the word evidence. Yeah, that's a perfect way of saying that, Michael. Yep, it'd be that time. Tara says purgatory is a constant argument with my husband. Yeah, we need to pray for Tara's husband. She's been sharing with me that it's a struggle between the two of them. One's Protestant, one's Catholic, and that can be a huge barrier. But I just hope that there can be peace, because certainly there's essential things that Catholics and Protestants agree on, and so hopefully there's unity built around that, and it just strengthens and strengthens. Hopefully, I want to say like political walls, but I guess like religious walls. Hopefully the religious walls crumble around you, Tara. I wouldn't want to be dealing with it, that's for sure. Have a good night, Brando. Will you be on tomorrow morning? No, tomorrow is the weekend. I take weekend days at least off for my kids. That's when I get to see them the most. But tomorrow night is when I'll be on with Chad, bearing in mind that he will actually, granted that he would actually be on it because he's skipped for the past 2 weeks. I know, and guys, please do this for Chad. I think he's getting discouraged about his lack of traction on his websites, his like TikTok and YouTube. So do what you can to show him some encouragement. Go on over to his videos or share them. What you guys do for me, I appreciate. So please do that for Chad. So yeah, I just want to lift a brother up. He's doing good. I don't mind pain, to be honest. Love tattoos and piercings, itching for a new tattoo. Ugh, that just sounds so painful. Why what? I'm late. I'm late to these comments. Still driving, but thank you, Brando. Le Trefolk. Yeah. Why Why are you getting off so soon? No, I have a lot to do, including getting back to you, I think. I have like 15 messages that I have to respond to, and then I got to do work before I get to go to bed. So I want to make sure I do that while I'm not tired. Chadley, yeah. Okie dokie. Good night, y'all. Good night, Val. Thank you for joining me and us. I'm going to put an extra hour for more gifts tomorrow. There you go. Chad can't focus on views, even if one person sees the video. That's one soul. He definitely understands that. His heart and motivation is in the right place, and I understand that. As a content creator, you do work hard on what you do, and to just kind of see it flop and it not be your fault, because he hasn't changed anything. I think he just kind of feels like he's being bullied by TikTok, and it's true, guys. That's why I'm, if TikTok dies, I won't be too sad. But anyways, now you guys take care. Natalie, thanks for joining. Hope to see you guys next time. I'll probably, put it this way, I'll be live for, no matter what tomorrow at 9:00. And if Chad doesn't join me, I'll be continuing on Daniel. And then after that, it'll be Monday, 12 p.m. during the day, Eastern Standard Time. So at lunch for me. So sound good? You have no idea who Chad is? You'll find him at just_Chad. That's what he's called on YouTube as well, just Chad. Have an amazing night, y'all. Beautiful people. Yep. Michael says, Jesus said to the thief on the cross, today you will be with me in paradise. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy surrounding that. What paradise means with Abraham's bosom, different than the kingdom of heaven, different than, anyway, I need to cover that in a video soon. I'm off to be bored all night. Don't be bored. Do something productive. So I have no idea who Chad. Okay, I read that. I follow Chad and enjoy his content. Yeah, he's awesome. He's got a great attitude. I'm with him when I see him, like, because he used to go viral all the time, and you certainly get fueled when you hear back from people saying, like, your video encouraged me, right? Just to know that your work has actually produced fruit, right? And so that's what we want as Christians. We want to impact people for the gospel. So I understand what he's coming from. Marv is a mod for Chad. Is he actually? That's awesome. Night, y'all. No, he's not, because he just said he didn't know who he was. Marv, no, you won't. You lied. All right, guys, take care. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow, regardless, tomorrow night. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon, all right? A lot of times I watch videos but don't leave comments because my comments are always stupid. Nah, every comment counts. There you go. Right on. All right, take care, guys. God bless you. We'll talk soon. Good night.